Hello everyone. This is Kathy, and I'm so glad you're here. I'm here with number 22 in the 100-day challenge, and I want to make these really cute little matchbook pads or little journals. You can jot stuff down in keep them in your purse or your pocket. So, they're quick and easy. Let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is give you the measurements. And the measurements, the first piece you need is 1 piece of heavy cardstock, 7 inches by 3 inches, 7 inches high by 3 inches wide. Next, we're going to score it. I'm going to put this down, and we're going to score it at 2 7/8 and 3 1/8. So from the left-hand side, 2 7/8 by 3 1/8. That gives you a little 1/4 inch, I want to call it a spine. Just like that. Okay, then what you want to do is simply flip it and then score it at 3/4 inch from the left. Just like that. You're going to fold that forward. So you're going to end up with something that looks like a matchbook. And what you'll notice is that when I put down this flap, this does not doesn't come all the way to the bottom, because that will give you room to staple your papers in place without catching the cover. Okay, the next thing that we'll need is you'll need 10 pieces of paper measuring 3 inches by 2 7/8, and that'll be journal type paper. And what I have some coffee dyed paper here and here. Now, your paper can be smaller than 3 by 2 7/8, and that is 3 inches high by 2 7/8 inches wide. And I have some vellum, and I have some other paper. So I'm going to grab 2 pieces of the coffee dyed, and they're going to be going in my little tablet journal, matchbook journal, like that. I'm going to add a piece of vellum. Let me put a pretty piece in. Something with some color. That's 3 pieces. I'm going to have 10 total. 3, 4, I'll put another one of these. 5, 6, another piece of vellum, but I'm going to put my vellum at the front. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I'll set these all aside, and you can put any kind of paper in that you want. And I'm going to put these papers, these 10 papers, aside. I want to make sure. See how this one's a little smaller? That's fine. You just don't want it bigger. Okay, we're going to set those aside. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to cover the inside with some paper. You don't have to do this, especially if you have double-sided paper. But I'm going to do it for this. And if you're doing it, you don't want it to be very thick. And we're going to put it there. And add a little piece down here. Well, let's turn it. Just like that. Turn it over and trim it. And I'll be honest with you, probably should have covered this before I scored it. It would have made more sense. But the best laid plans. Okay, go back and refold it. Make sure that it's nice and crisp. We'll score one piece. And then the other piece. And lastly, the bottom piece. Okay. And the next thing I'm going to do, and you can do this now or after you decorate the cover, but I'm going to do it now. I'm just going to set it in. I want to make sure my papers are going in the right direction. Making sure they're not peeping over the sides. And that probably just means I didn't turn it correctly. So let's see if that's the case. That looks like that was the case. Okay. And I want to make sure those papers come down to the bottom. And I take a stapler and I'm going to staple close to the bottom edge. And I'm going to trim this just a tad. Then you have something that looks like this. And want to make sure it fits nicely. If it feels like this piece is too long, what you can do, and I will do it now to show you, even though I don't need to do it, you can just take off a sliver. Just like that. so it fits a little better. Next thing I'm going to do is I want to cover this down here, and I'm going to cover it with a button. I think that looks cute. So I have some thread here. We'll faux sew it, meaning we'll put thread through, come through the other side, and I'm not going to tie it together. I used wax thread. I'm just going to pull it tight. Whoops, almost pulled it right out. Whoops. And I did. Let me try again. I'll mess that one up. Okay. Now I'm going to cut it off again. And I'm not even going to tie it together. I'm just going to put a whole lot of glue around there. Clip it again. Pretty close to the holes. I'm going to take some more glue, put it right over the staple. Now, if you're going to be covering it with something that's not so big as the staple, I just put a piece of paper under here. That was the same as the background, so that I could glue that on there. And I'm going to glue that down just like that. I'm actually going to grab a little clip and put it on there. I use art glitter glue. It glues everything. Pardon me. Now I want to put a little something here. So this time, I think I'm going to put a little lace. And looks good to me. These are so fun to make, and they make really cute, I think, little office gifts, you know, appreciation. Write some cute saying inside, or put a gift card inside. Stocking stuffers. Cute. Now in the center, I'm not sure I'm going to put anything in the center, but I want to look to see what I have. Really, if I put anything, it would have to be something a little smaller. No, that doesn't look good. I'm going to look into my ephemera notebook. That's pretty. Pretty and simple. I like that. I think these are stickers. Okay, now I could put something in here, but I'm not going to. I really want to keep it flat enough so as not to hurt the pad itself, the whole makeup of it. So, that's it. Cute and simple and quick. I hope you enjoyed this. Number 22 in my 100-day challenge. And I hope you try to, I hope you make a matchbook thingy. And here are the measures once more in case you missed them the first time and don't want to go back. Thank you so much for watching and have a great weekend. Bye.